Hare Krishna. I'll be reading about Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur Samadhi. Sri Sachidanand Bhaktivinoda Thakur appeared in 1838 in a wealthy family in Nadia district, West Bengal. He revealed that he is an external associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by his extraordinary preaching activities and prolific writing. Living as a Mahabhagvat Vaishnav, he stayed in the Grahast ashram until the last few years of his life. Then he renounced everything, accepted Babaji, and entered Samadhi, totally absorbed in the loving service of Gaur Gadadhar and Radha Madhav. He had a responsible government position as the district magistrate, that is High Court judge, maintained a Krishna conscious family, and wrote almost 100 books on Krishna consciousness. At the same time, he served the Supreme Lord in so many ways. That is the beauty of his life. After a full day of government service, he would sleep 4 hours, get up at midnight, and write until morning. That was his daily program. Thakur Bhaktivinoda took Vaishnav Diksha from Sri Vipin Vihari Goswami in the line of Sri Janva Mata. Afterwards, he received spiritual inspiration and direction from Srila Jagannath Das Babaji. Holding an exalted government post, vast erudition and spiritual accomplishment never disturbed Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He remained prideless, always humble, friendly to all. Charity seekers at his home always left happy and satisfied. A well-wisher to everyone, he never kept grudges, even with the opponents of his preaching. In fact, he never spoke a word that would hurt another's feelings. The Thakur was always courageous and acted for everyone's welfare. Keeping personal needs to a minimum, he led the simplest of lives, said one Pandit. In the following entry from Sharnagati, Srila Bhaktivinoda, who had all pure divine qualities, takes the role of a conditioned soul to teach us how to advance in Krishna consciousness. You should always absorb your mind in attentively chanting Krishna's glories. By performing Krishna Kirtan, you will gain mastery over the mind. Give up all false pride. Always think yourself to be worthless, destitute, lower, and more humble than straw in the street. Practice forgiveness like the tree. Giving up all violence towards other living beings, you should maintain them. Throughout your life, you should never give anxiety to others, but do good to them, make them happy, and forget about your own happiness. Thus, when you become a pious good soul, by possessing all good qualities, you should give up desires for fame and honor. And just make your heart humble. Knowing that Lord Sri Krishna lives within all living beings, you should respect and honor everyone at all times. You should attain virtue by being humble, merciful, respecting others, and renouncing desires for fame and honor. In such a state, you should sing the glories of the Supreme Lord. Weeping, Bhaktivinoda submits his prayer at the lotus feet of the Lord. O Lord, when will you give me such qualities as these? Always anxious to use every moment in the loving service of Krishna, he followed a strict austere daily schedule. 8 to 10 p.m. rest for 2 hours, 10 to 4 a.m. write, 4 to 4:30 a.m. rest, 4:30 to 7 a.m. chant japa, 7 to 7:30 correspondence, 7:30 to 9:30 study shastras, 9:30 to 10 bath prasadam, that is half liter milk, fruit, 2 chapatis, 10 to 1 p.m. court duties, 1 to 2 p.m. refresh at home, 2 to 5 p.m. court duties, 5 to 7 p.m. translate Sanskrit Shastras to Bengali. 7 to 8 p.m. bath prasadam, that is half liter milk, rice, 2 chapatis. The summary daily schedule: sleep 3 hours, write 8.5 hours, japa study 4.5 hours, work 6 hours. Srinivas Acharya praises the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. Nana Shastra Vicharaneka Nipuno Sadharma Sansthakapu Lokanam Hitakarino. The six Goswamis deeply studied all the Shastras in order to establish eternal religious principles for the benefit of everyone. Similarly, Thakur Bhaktivinoda made unlimited preaching contributions to help humanity, and for this he is known as the seventh Goswami. Biographers list three major preaching achievements of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. 1. Wrote 100 authorized spiritual books. 2. Discovered appearance place of Lord Chaitanya. 3. Introduced preaching innovations. Besides books, that is in Bengali, Oriya, English, reviving and explaining Mahaprabhu's message, he wrote hundreds of poems and songs full of spiritual sentiments and Shastric Siddhanta, that is, philosophical conclusions. His writings have made the sacred teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fully available to every modern reader, and they are presented in a form which carries irresistible conviction and devotion, said a late disciple of Thakur Bhaktivinoda. Shri Krishna Samhita, Kalyan Kalpataru, Sri Chaitanya-charitamrita, Sri Navdvip Dham Mahatyam, Jaiva Dharm, Sri Harinam Chintamani, Bhajan Rahasya, Geet Mala, Geetavli, Sharnagati, and commentaries on Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya-charitamrita are some of his works. The following quotes come from Thakur Bhaktivinoda's Geetavli. He who has failed to carefully worship the lotus feet of Sri Radhika, which are the abodes of all auspiciousness, he who has not taken shelter in the transcendental abode of Vrindavan, which is decorated with a lotus flower named Radha, he who in this life has not associated with the devotees of Radhika, who are full of wisdom and love for Radhika. How will such a person ever feel the bliss of bathing in the ocean of Lord Shyam Sundar's sublime mellows? Please understand this most attentively. Sri Radhika is the teacher of Madhurya Ras, that is, mellows of conjugal love. Radha Madhav, Madhurya Prem, is meant to be discussed and meditated upon. He who cherishes the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani obtains the lotus feet of Madhav, which are priceless jewels. Without taking shelter of Radha's lotus feet, one can never meet Krishna. The Vedic scriptures declare that Krishna is the property of the maidservants of Sri Radha. Give up wife, sons, friends, wealth, followers, speculative knowledge, all materialistic actions. Just become absorbed in the sweetness of serving the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. This is Bhaktivinoda's solemn declaration. During the last 500 years, the original appearance place of Lord Chaitanya had vanished under the indomitable Ganges River. In 1888, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur revealed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Janmasthan at the Yoga Peeth in Sridham Mayapur. Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, a famous Siddha saint and Parahamsa Rasik Vaishnav, confirmed the Thakur's discovery. The most auspicious event delighted the Gaudiya Vaishnavas from Gaur-mandal to Vrajbhumi. He established the worship of Lord Gauranga and Srimati Vishnupriya at Yogpeeth. In the mood of innovation, in 1896, he sent to universities around the world a book of shlokas, Sri Gaurang Leela Smaran, which had a 47-page English introduction. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his life and precepts. This act rose from a keen desire to spread Lord Chaitanya's teachings in the Western countries. Bhaktivinoda Thakur made 3 predictions concerning a person and a phenomena. A personality will soon appear, wrote Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he will travel all over the world to spread the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. His second prediction, Very soon, the chanting of Harinam Sankirtan will be spread all over the world. Oh, when will that day come when people from America, England, France, Germany, Russia will take up kartals and mridangas and chant Hare Krishna in their towns? The third prediction. When will that day come when the fair-skinned foreigners will come to Sri Mayapur Dham and join with the Bengali Vaishnavas to chant Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinanda? When will that day be? Srila Prabhupada said it's spiritually significant that he himself appeared in 1896, the same year Bhaktivinoda Thakur sent his book overseas. The will of Lord Chaitanya, the desire of Thakur Bhaktivinoda, and the mercy of Srila Saraswati Thakur empowered Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to spread Sri Chaitanya's teachings and the chanting of Hare Krishna all over the world. Prabhupada filled the Thakur's three predictions. Devoid of pride, full of humility, radiant with pure love for Radha Govind, Srila Prabhupada gave all credit to the previous acharyas. We should take it, said Srila Prabhupada, that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was the origin of Krishna consciousness movement, that is ISKCON, in its pure form. In 1986, just 100 years after Bhaktivinoda Thakur's third prediction, 3,000 fair-skinned devotees from America, England, France, Germany, Russia, and 50 other countries gathered at ISKCON Mayapur, Chandrodaya Mandir in Sridham Mayapur. They joined 1,000 Bengali Vaishnavas to rock the universe by chanting Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Srila Sachinand Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki Jai. In 1914, on the Tirubhava Tithi, that is disappearance day, of Sri Gadadhar Pandit, that is the incarnation of Sri Radha, Thakur Bhaktivinoda entered the eternal pastimes of Gaur Gadadhar and Radha Madhav. In Gauru Madhvip, that is Navdvip, Sri Gaur Gadadhar, the worshipable deities of Thakur Bhaktivinoda, await to bless any visitors to Swanand Sukhada Kunj. In Radha Madhav's Nitya Vrij Leela, Bhaktivinoda Thakur takes the form of Kamal Manjari to serve Srimati Radharani. His Pushp Samadhi is in his Bhajan Kutir at Radha Kund. Thank you. Hare Krishna.